going on a dating app as a hot girl. So let's see what happens. What the fuck? Why'd he blur? Oh, I guess it's because it's like some local karate dojo he goes to and he like doxed himself. Is that why this blur is added in post-production?
Hello, it is Dr. Scroat here. I have done many experiments using online dating apps. I have used myself as a test subject.
Foot cam? What is this? I got sent this on my Instagram for something to react to. And I don't know what I'm watching.
I've used a male model. I've used a hot old big-chested gilf. I've used someone who, let's say, doesn't conform to our beauty standards.
That means ugly.
Traditionally. Or, in layman's terms, a fat, saggy, old, flabby bitch. As you know, I've done all of these experiments for the progression of science to find the truth, but there's one particular experiment that I've been...
What the fuck? Abomium? Finally, Abomium? Oh my god. This video is gonna be a wild ride.
There's one particular experiment that I've been putting off doing.
The foot cam
Because in my
cutaways?
heart,
What?
There's something telling me it might be a little bit morally questionable to continue doing these. The concept of this experiment is really quite simple. You just put a hot girl profile on a dating app.
Feet pics?
But there are some moral qualms people have with this. When you think about it, this might be one of the only matches these guys are getting, but it's all gonna be fake.
Yeah, yes. Not only is this going to be like one of the few matches they'll get, but it's going to be with a girl that's not their looks match at all, someone way above them. So it's going to be like an overload of senses. In fact, if these guys will have any level of IQ, they will be able to figure out that something is off. You know, why is this girl on a dating app of all places? Why is this girl that's several points above me matching and talking to me? If you're smart, you'll figure out that something's off.
And I'm gonna be playing these little jokes and leading them along and giving them false hope, all for it to crumble in the palm of their little hand. I know from past experiments and other research that many men on these apps are genuinely lonely, and they're just looking for some human connection. And here they are, unknowingly being used as lab rats to prove some sort of a point or make some sort of a joke. But I've come to think about things in a different perspective.
Who is this guy? Who is this man?
These guys deserve it because they're stupid. Here's the profile right here, page.
Yeah, this is this is Guna bait. It's the tiny waist, white girl, like, you know, above average face, you know, giant boobs, bubble butts. Yeah, this is like, oh yeah, this is like 1,000 matches a day, easy. 1,000 likes a day, rather.
Just, you know, a good-looking young girl. As you know, with any fake account, you gotta put a random ass dog at the end of it. And look at this.
Oh god, is that the meta? You have to include some dog at the end.
Shit, this shit is so bait. I get way too excited about anime. These guys are gonna be like, oh wow, she likes anime too. Matches are flooding in. I'm already overwhelmed. It's been like 5 minutes. We knew
50 likes instantly as soon as the account was opened. Yeah. I mean, that figures, like, yeah.
This was gonna happen. You don't have to be, you know, Edgar Case. You don't have to be clairvoyant to predict this is gonna happen with a hot girl profile. But
what is with the foot cam? What is... He's got a lot of subscribers too, 402k. Maybe he's onto something. Maybe I'm missing the foot cam.
Here's where we get into the nitty gritty. Let's just, let's start off light and rope them in a little bit with a hey with 2 Ys. The results of this experiment aren't really meant to be quantitative. We already know that this account will get a maximum amount of likes and a bunch of matches. I mean, you could even just have a blank profile and set the gender to female, and it will still max out on likes in less than.
He's right. He's right, you know. That 50 plus like threshold, yeah, I think, yeah, you could do it with a black picture. I think you could.
In a week. But the findings of this experiment are meant to be qualitative. What level of desperation will these men display in the messages? And I could
Oh,
make them
man.
do a lot of stuff. I'm not even going to go all out. I bet I could probably take money from these guys with this profile if I really wanted to, but I'm not going to try. I'm going to try to keep it lighthearted. Here's my hypothesis for this experiment. I think what happens when guys match with a profile like this is all of their like cognitive ability, their prefrontal cortex will shut down. And they'll just be in horny brain. Oh my gosh, I've already gotten so many matches. I'm tired of saying this.
Is he roasting himself with the wheelchair? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who this man is. I've seen like clips of him here and there. Man,
Same shit. Mmm. Yummy. Oh, it is so over, man. All these 40-year-old guys super swiping. Hey, daddy. Hey,
oh
Paige.
man.
Even busted out the super like for you. And yes, you can call me daddy.
Ugh. Oh.
Are you
Yeah, my
circumcised?
reaction.
Haha, I am. Is this a good or bad thing? No! Where your foreskin at? Hello. Hi, how's your week going? Diarrhea. Haha, really? What did you eat? I don't know, but it was bad. Are you into pegging? I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh man.
Maybe it was the stomach flu. What is pegging? It is where I wear a dildo and go to town on your ass. I never tried that. Is that something you're into? I don't think I'd like anything around my ass,
Okay, good answer. Yeah, yeah. Good, good. Good for you, Tom.
honestly. I really want to try. Okay, but I get to do stuff to you.
Oh, he folded. He folded in like a second. It took him like a few seconds in between that message for him to fold. Ridiculous.
No!
Ridiculous.
What I'm doing is not morally bankrupt. It's actually quite the opposite. I'm teaching these men a very valuable lesson, and that is that being
He's sacrificing these poor dupes to teach a broader lesson.
horny has always had consequences, and it always will, especially in today.
Can you imagine if you were in this video? Like, one of those guys was like 40, right? Can you imagine being in this video? Oh my god.
Today's day and age, it is imperative that you keep your worm on a very tight leash. If you let him loose for even just a little bit, you turn back and your whole life is destroyed. These guys are lucky they're just getting off with a warning. The consequences could be way worse. Hey there, how are you? You're gorgeous, by the way. Aw, thank you. You're welcome. What are you up to? I'm just looking for someone to do something. What's that? Would you like to watch me and my BF have sex?
And the guy says in person or like watching a video. Like that matters. Like that is like, oh, if it's in a video on like on a Discord call, oh, that makes it cool. I'm totally down. Like what kind of answer?
In person or like watch a video? In person. I mean, sure, lol.
Bro, this is crazy. This is crazy. How have you spoken to someone for like 3 minutes and you're already getting cut? How is that possible? I mean, I like this editing.
Oh my god. Can't do this shit anymore. Hello, hi Paige. Oh my god, you're gorgeous. Boring, whatever. Do you have any plans this weekend? I want you to hit my ass with the Korean thunder. I can do that, just tell me when and where. Can I tell you what I want to do? What? I want to suck on your tits. Yours look amazing. Would you like to meet up sometime this next weekend?
Oh my god. At least this guy is like somewhat like he hasn't said anything that's like fucked up. Like this guy is pretty solid. I hope he doesn't fold when this maniac gets him to agree to something awful.
Ain't no way he said, wow, that's hot.
Oh man.
What is this? Hey, howdy. Are you into pegging? No, but for you, I might reconsider.
What the fuck? What? Oh man. No, 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 no. I think I'm a fairly open-minded guy, and even that is just like no.
Shut your dumb ass up. Woo! Wow, woo! Your dog is crazy cute. Thank you. I want your mighty pork.
And also, I want to like say something. Like if you are into some like weird like kink or whatever, that's cool. But what isn't cool is to be coerced into like doing some kink that you would otherwise find disgusting. Now you're getting bullied, kind of. You know what I mean? Like it's one thing if like that was like his thing, but just like being coerced into it, it is like it is humiliation ritual shit.
Oh no, some guy's calling me.
Calling.
I can't have that. All of these apps, most of them being owned by the same conglomerate known as Match Group, have a sinister algorithm that is also used in other social media platforms that keeps you coming back for more
I'm
always
sorry.
by praying
Just a man screaming. Oh my god.
on your false sense of hope, just giving you a little bit of crumbs so you don't leave. They prey on your dopaminergic system because they are well aware of how it works. They are very calculated in trying to siphon as much energy and money from atomized, distraught men
Yeah.
as possible. As a lonely, atomized, frustrated young man, you are the optimal consumer. Your male anatomy paired with your desperation
90% of dating app profits come from men.
paired with your lack of positive social circle or mentors to steer you in the right direction, allows all of these people to easily famoose you out of all of your guap. That is why I am finally conducting this experiment, to make an example out of these men, to let them off with a warning that they need to get off these apps, and they need to control themselves, or at best, to get exploited, or at worst, fuck up their entire life. I mean, that's kind of part of it, but the real reason is that it's kind of fun. Much like the trickster of Norse mythology.
You know what would be interesting? To get like a face app picture of myself. Like you know how like there's those filters that like transforms your face into like a different gender, like a gender swap filter. Like, what if I do that with my face and get like the female version of myself and see how that performs on a dating app? I think that'd be keynote content. I think that'd be really good stream content actually. And I wonder, like, would I be a fogger if I was a woman? I wonder.
I find great enjoyment in deceiving these people and making them do silly little things and toying with their emotions. And yes, I feel completely justified in doing so. These guys need to think. If they use their head, they could pretty easily figure out before I even trick them that they are going to be tricked. But they're not going to do that. Ooh, give me some nectar. LOL, what would you like to know? Do you have big feet? 13s, prove it. I'm going to be 100% honest with you, I'm completely lying. I wear a 12.
What the fuck? Who lies about their shoe size? And like, who admits they lied about their shoe size within a few seconds? Like, it's just these guys just fold in like milliseconds. It's unbelievable.
12, 11 and a half to 12. But what if I did have 13s? Then what, lol? Send me a picture of your feet. This guy sent me like so many messages after that.
What?
I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with the.
And who asks for feet pics? Isn't that what guys do? LOL. Or do you have a foot fetish? Let me guess. I've already been excluded because don't have 13s. Sad face. So what? You're watching me? Like, oh my god! Like, what a pathetic loser. Now he's
You know,
talking
hit a
about
classic.
anime.
I see that you're a very good actor.
Oh, girl, you are bugging. I see you have a sense of humor. You must be bored.
I want to see your toes. My love, what is your obsession with feet? You must tell me. I just like them. Man, you gay. Are you circumcised? Yes. Is this like an issue or? Fuck! Alright, it's only a matter of time before I'm banned at this point. Hi, hey, how's your day been? Tell me you ain't circumcised. Well, hi there, Paige. How are you? I've never gotten an haha. Pretty good. Are you usually into older men? I want you to milk me like a crazy guy. Hey, how are you? Just thinking about 9/11. LOL, okay?
Yeah, I think LOL okay question mark is the only valid response to that. I mean, I wouldn't know what else to say to that either.
It was pretty bad. So what made you think of that on a Thursday night in January? Just reminiscing.
On a Thursday night in January, that's oddly specific. What? Why does it? What's Thursday night got to do with it? Or January? Like, isn't that a strange thing to say any month or day of the year?
Can you jihad my minge? You are way too attractive.
Nine
So what
eleven
do I owe the
mentioned.
pleasure? I want to go to Chili's and fuck. Dumbass question, but are you for real on that? Put it in my ass. Put it in my
This guy is unhinged.
ass. Put it deep in my ass.
This guy's living the dream. This is his job. He got 900k views. Damn, like, see, this is what I'm saying where, like, some people, like, just have it for YouTube. There are some people that try to be content creators and they're just so fucking boring. And like, you can just tell that, like, it's just a total waste of time for them to, like, try to be a YouTuber or a streamer. This guy's like a good example of someone that is just naturally, like, interesting in a way that you can't really, like, fake, you know?
Hi, Paige is in the house. I'm gonna send your balls to another dimension. Yes, for sure. I'll be the one rocketing someone to the fifth dimension, lol. Oh, Benjamin, you dirty bastard. Alright.
Oh shit, he's getting verified requested.
It looks like
Yo, this is kind of funny, but one time I had to I was on a dating app at like Tinder. I think it was Tinder. It was some dating app. They wanted to see if I was above age, if I was above 18. So they like suspended my account and forced me to like do one of those like verification things on the phone. I was literally 30 at the time I did that. And I have to prove I'm not under 18. Like, what the fuck? I suppose that's a good sign that I have good skin collagen, right?
it looks like I was finally captured. You see how many matches I got? I got 1,000 likes within like an hour of making the thing. You know how many options hot girls get on Tinder? You think you're
Exactly. And this is why it's so shallow on dating apps because, you know, let's say a girl did get Tinder Premium or Gold or whatever it's called, and now she has access to like all of these like, 1,000 guys. Why would she ever pick a normie? Like why would she ever pick an average looking guy? It makes no sense. If you get 1,000 job applicants, you're never going to pick a dime a dozen average job applicant. You're gonna pick one of the best ones or a guy that has some X factor. It's not gonna be the normie job applicant, or in this case, the normie guy that liked you.
ass is gonna get slipped through? What are you, retarded? These are simply devices to extract your money. Alright? it ain't even gonna work for.
The best case scenario for me is like when I was in Philippines, like I was like visiting there. I would get like in a day without using any like boosts or whatever. I would get like 50 likes a day, something like that. Yeah, it sure as hell wasn't no 1,000, right? And I wonder, like, if you're Chad, I wonder what that number would be. I gotta imagine it would be like a multiplication of that. I feel like real, like, genuine Chads can get like a little lick of what it's like to be a woman. But like for most men, it's just like it's a very foreign concept to get 1,000 girls that want to date you and you can choose from them. It's just a total. It's just incomprehensible to men.
free if you're good looking, bro. Every once in a while, you'll just have some one night stand. Oh, if you haven't had it, you
He has a video on there of watching or doing experiments where he is a Chad. He made a profile as a Chad. Okay, yeah, that's worth watching.
think they're so dope. They're not. They kind of suck. Okay, what you're missing is a community and healthy relationships. And now you're just swiping on these apps, or maybe thinking if your jawline was a little bit better, it would work for you. Nah, you'd still be fucked. You got a few options. You either go trans, go gay.
Those are the first two options. Oh, what about looking better?
Try your hardest to get in shape, get money, build confidence, and build a social circle, most importantly, or you just give up and try to appreciate what you have and still live.
Go trans. You know, that sounds like a joke, but there is such a thing as transmaxing. I It's a very weird niche in the looks maxing community, but there are some people that have actually unironically done this. I am not even joking.
And keep on going and have healthy copes to live out the rest of your days. All right? Don't use this shit. No, no, no. This only works for people who already kind of have, dating lives and social lives and people who are already tall and attractive. That only applies to men, I guess. I mean, if a girl didn't have any of that stuff, it would still work for her. That would probably be more attractive to most of these guys. But yeah.
Yeah. Dating apps is like when you're already fairly good looking as a man, then you can kind of have a use case out of it. Like, I feel like a dating app isn't really worth it unless you're like a 6 out of 10 at least in like looks, or you have some sort of niche appeal to yourself, whether that be you're like a rare phenotype in your area, or have like or have some like X factor that makes you unique, like you're super tall or like super jacked or whatever, right? But it's like if you're just like a dime a dozen guy, dating apps is not a place where you'll have a enjoyable experience. Chad edition. We have to watch it. We have to watch the Chad edition of this experiment.